Our stories are not real and made for entertainment purpose only. Subscribe to my channel for more stories. Now let's begin this one. My business partner sued me for fraud, then I played a recording that cleared my name. I thought my business partner was my ally, building our dream company together until he sued me for fraud in front of our investors, and I played a recording that exposed his betrayal and saved my future. At 36, I'd spent a decade navigating Denver's startup scene, a world of high stakes and higher egos, where dreams either soared or crashed in flames. My passion was Urban Bites, a food delivery app I'd envisioned to connect local restaurants with customers, cutting through the chaos of big platforms like DoorDash. It wasn't just about food, it was about community, giving small businesses a fighting chance and delivery drivers fair pay. I'd coded the prototype in my tiny apartment, sacrificing sleep, savings, and weekends to build something real. My wife, Laura, was my rock, her accounting expertise keeping our personal finances afloat while I chased this dream. Our daughter, Mia, aged 5, was my spark, her giggles over my laptop's food game pushing me through doubt. "Make it the best, Daddy," she'd say, her crayon drawings of pizza slices taped to my desk. My best friend, Ryan Keller, was the missing piece, or so I believed. We'd met at the University of Colorado, bonding over late-night coding sessions and dreams of disrupting tech. Ryan wasn't a programmer, but his charisma could light up a room. He'd sold his first startup, a fitness app, for a modest sum, earning a reputation as a deal closer. When I shared Urban Bites with him over beers at our favorite dive bar, his eyes gleamed. "This is it, Tom," he said, clapping my shoulder. "Let's build an empire." I trusted him like a brother, inviting him as co-founder, splitting equity 60-40 in my favor since I'd done the heavy lifting. Ryan's role was to pitch, network, and charm investors, while I perfected the tech and operations. Laura was skeptical. "He's flashy, Tom, be careful," but I waved it off, blinded by our history. After a year of grinding, we landed a pitch with Apex Capital, a Denver VC firm known for backing unicorns. The meeting was set in their glass-walled office, a symbol of the success I craved. Laura spent nights refining our pitch deck, her marketing savvy sharpening our story, while Mia drew a lucky burger for me to carry. Ryan insisted on leading the presentation. "I'm the frontman, you're the brains," he said, grinning. I agreed, trusting his charm to seal the deal, never imagining he'd use it to stab me in the back. The Apex pitch was a high-wire act, every word a step toward our future or a fall into oblivion. I wore my only good suit, a navy one Laura had pressed, my nerves jangling as we entered the boardroom. The investors for execs led by Mr. Victor Chen, Apex's CEO, sat like judges, their laptops open, eyes sharp. Ryan took the stage, his confidence magnetic, his slides vibrant with Laura's branding. I stood by, laptop ready to demo the app, my heart pounding with pride for what I'd built. Ryan started strong, painting Urban Bites as a revolution, local restaurants thriving, drivers earning more, customers getting fresher food. He cited stats I'd spent months researching: 80% of small eateries struggling, $15 billion in untapped market share. The investors leaned in, nodding as he outlined our growth plan, a vision I'd crafted. But then his tone shifted, a subtle edge I didn't catch at first. "I've poured my heart into this," he said, gesturing to the screen. "My solution to the food delivery mess." My stomach twisted. My solution? I'd coded every feature, from real-time tracking to the AI that matched drivers with orders. I glanced at Laura, her brow furrowing, but Ryan pressed on. "Unfortunately," he said, his smirk barely hidden, "I've uncovered fraud in our finances, traced to my partner, Tom." He slid a lawsuit across the table, papers accusing me of embezzling $200,000, complete with bank statements I'd never seen. The room went silent, the investors' eyes boring into me. Laura's hand froze on mine, her nails digging in. "Fraud," I choked out, my voice barely audible. Ryan shrugged, his voice smooth. "Tom's been skimming funds. I'm protecting Urban Bites." He turned to Chen, adding, "I'm ready to lead solo." The investors murmured, Chen's frown deepening. I was a coder, not a showman. My demo, flawless minutes ago, now felt irrelevant. Humiliated, I grabbed Laura's hand and left, Ryan's voice fading as he pitched his vision. The investors, whispers burned worse than his words, their pity a weight I couldn't shake. In the car, Laura's eyes blazed. "He's lying, Tom." "We'll prove it," I nodded, but my mind reeled. How had I missed this? Ryan, my friend of 15 years, had gutted me in front of the people who held our future. That night, I couldn't sleep, Ryan's smirk haunting me. Mia, sensing my mood, climbed into my lap, offering her lucky burger drawing. "You're the best, Daddy," she said, her innocence a lifeline. Laura brewed coffee, her voice fierce. "He doesn't get to win, Tom. Let's fight." Her belief pulled me from despair, and I turned detective, determined to reclaim my dream. I scoured Urbanbyte's financials, using Laura's accounting access to trace every transaction. The $200,000 embezzlement wasn't my doing. It led to a shell company, Pete Ventures, registered under Ryan's cousin's name. He'd created fake invoices, funneling funds while framing me with doctored bank statements. Laura found a paper trail emails from Ryan to his cousin, joking about covering tracks, but the real gold was a recording I'd forgotten about. Months ago, during a late-night strategy session, I'd recorded our talk on my phone, a habit to capture ideas. Ryan's voice was clear. "Tom's the genius here. I'm just the hype man. If we crash, I'll pin it on him, take the company solo." My blood boiled. His betrayal was planned, his friendship a lie. Laura suggested we hire a forensic accountant, Ms. Annika Patel, who'd worked startup fraud cases. Patel's report was damning. Ryan's shell company had siphoned $250,000, not just the $200,000 he'd pinned on me. She also found a deleted email Ryan sent to Apex, proposing a solo deal before our pitch. "He's been plotting this for months," Patel said, her voice grim. "I consulted a lawyer, Mr. James Lee, who reviewed the evidence." "You've got him," Lee said. "Lawsuits are slow, but a public takedown will hit harder." I agreed. I wanted Ryan to face the investors he'd lied to see his charm crumble under truth. For 2 weeks, Laura and I worked like operatives. I compiled a video, blending Ryan's pinned on Tom recording with Patel's financial charts, bank transfers, and his emails. Laura, with her marketing eye, ensured the video was clear, its timeline undeniable. We added a clip from a security camera at our office, showing Ryan printing the fake invoices after hours. A former intern, Carlos, reached out after hearing rumors, sharing a text from Ryan. "Tom's out soon, I'm taking over." Carlos's testimony, recorded with his consent, was another nail in Ryan's coffin. Lee helped us notarize the evidence, ensuring it was court-ready, but my focus was Apex. I emailed Chen, requesting a follow-up meeting to clarify Urbanbyte's leadership. Ryan, copied, called me, laughing. "What's this, Tom, begging for scraps?" His arrogance fueled me. "Just show up," I said, my voice calm. The meeting was set for a week later, same boardroom, same stakes. Laura prepped me like a coach, running through scenarios, while Mia drew a superhero daddy picture, her faith my armor. I wasn't just fighting for Urbanbyte, I was fighting for my family, my integrity, my dream. The follow-up meeting was electric, the boardroom packed with Apex's team, their curiosity palpable. Ryan arrived, all charm, shaking hands like a star, his suit sharper than ever. Chen nodded for me to speak, his eyes wary but open. Laura sat in the back, her presence a quiet strength, Mia's drawing in my pocket. I stood, heart pounding, and connected my laptop to the projector. "Before we discuss Urbanbyte," I said, my voice steady, "you need the truth." The video played, Ryan's voice booming. "I'll pin it on Tom, take the company solo." The screen flashed Patel's charts, $250,000 siphoned, Pete Ventures exposed. Bank transfers, emails, the security footage, Carlos's text, each piece landed like a hammer. The investors' faces hardened, Chen's jaw tightening as Ryan's lies unraveled. Ryan tried to interrupt, "This is fake, edited." But I pressed on, ending with his pre-pitch email to Apex, offering a solo deal. The room was silent, the air heavy with betrayal. Chen turned to Ryan, his voice ice. "We don't fund liars, Mr. Keller." He pulled the $5 million offer, turning to me. "Mr. Reed, we're listening." I pitched Urbanbyte, my vision, my tech, my heart. The investors asked questions, their respect now mine. Chen offered me the funding to lead solo, with a handshake that felt like redemption. Ryan stormed out, muttering threats, but his power was gone. I left with Laura's proud smile, knowing we'd won more than money, we'd won truth. Ryan's fall was swift and merciless. A collapse that echoed through Denver's tight-knit startup seemed like a thunderclap. The city's tech community, though vibrant with ambition, was small enough that trust was its lifeblood, and news of Ryan's fraud spread like wildfire, fueled by whispered conversations at pitch events and scathing posts in industry forums. Investors blacklisted him, their doors slamming shut on his once charming pitches. Partners severed ties with Kurt emails, and his LinkedIn profile, once a hub of connections and endorsements, went dark, his updates ignored, his network shrinking into silence. The last I heard, he was selling real estate in a sleepy mountain town, his dreams of tech glory reduced to dust, his name a cautionary tale among Denver's entrepreneurs. I didn't gloat. His ruin brought me no satisfaction, no sense of victory. His downfall wasn't my goal. My heart was set on Urban Bites, the food delivery app that had been my passion, my lifeline through the betrayal, and I poured every ounce of my soul, my sweat, and my resolve into bringing it to life. With Apex's $5 million investment, secured after exposing Ryan's deceit, I hit the ground running, launching Urban Bites just 6 months later. I assembled a lean but fiercely dedicated team, handpicking Patel, a meticulous financial strategist with a heart for fairness, as our CFO to ensure every dollar was spent wisely. Carlos, a logistics wizard who'd navigated Denver's streets as a driver himself, came on as our lead, streamlining operations with a driver-first mentality that set us apart. The app took off like a rocket, serving 50,000 customers in its first year, with local restaurants praising our low fees that let them thrive and drivers celebrating our fair pay structure that respected their hustle. Laura, my partner in life and now in business, joined as CMO, her branding genius turning Urban Bites into a local hero, her campaigns splashing across billboards and social media with slogans that captured Denver's community spirit. Mia, my 6-year-old daughter, became our biggest cheerleader, dubbing it Daddy's food superpower, as she proudly taped her colorful drawings of delivery trucks and smiling chefs to the walls of our new office in Lodo. We committed to donating 5% of our profits to local food banks, a pledge that honored the community that embraced us, ensuring no one in our city went hungry while we grew. Yet, even as Urban Bites soared, the sting of Ryan's betrayal lingered like a shadow I couldn't shake. He hadn't just been a business partner, he'd been my friend, my confidant, the guy who'd stood by me at my wedding, toasting to my future with a grin that felt like family. Losing him was a wound that ached, even in the glow of victory, a quiet pain that surfaced in moments of reflection, late nights coding, or when I passed the bar where we'd once sketched out our dreams on napkins. Laura, ever perceptive, saw the weight I carried, the way my smile faltered when I thought no one was watching. To lift my spirits, she planned a launch party at our house, transforming our cozy backyard into a celebration of Urban Bites' rise. Friends, family, and our earliest users filled the space, their laughter mingling with the clink of glasses and the hum of live music from a local band. Restaurant owners shared stories of how our app had saved their businesses. Drivers toasted to schedules that let them live with dignity. As we raised glasses to Urban Bites' future, Laura pulled me aside, her hand firm on mine, her eyes fierce with love and conviction. "You built this, Tom," she said, her voice cutting through the noise. "Not Ryan, not Apex, you. You took the hit, got back up, and made something real." I hugged her tightly, Mia clinging to us both, her giggles a balm to my heart, and in that moment, I felt the weight of betrayal lift, replaced by a quiet strength rooted in love and purpose. A year later, an email from Ryan landed in my inbox, brief and raw. "I'm sorry, Tom. I was wrong." I stared at the words, my thumb hovering over the reply button. Memories of our friendship, late night brainstorming, shared laughter, promises of greatness clashing with the pain of his betrayal. I didn't reply, not out of malice, but because the trust we'd once shared was gone, scattered like ashes in the wind. Forgiveness might come in time, when the hurt had faded to a dull ache, but for now, I let the email sit unanswered. Urban Bites was my legacy, a testament to grit, love, and an unwavering commitment to truth. Every order placed, every restaurant partnered, every driver empowered was proof that Ryan's attempt to steal my dream had only fueled my fire. The betrayal that had nearly broken me became the spark that built an empire, one that served Denver's heart and soul. As I watched Mia doodle the new Urban Bites logo on her sketchpad, her tongue poking out in concentration, I knew this was just the beginning, a story of redemption, written not in vengeance, but in the relentless pursuit of something greater, something no one could ever steal.